Hello, this is Kicking It with Jason. Welcome to the podcast. It's about 10. Nope, I lie. It's 9:30 p.m. It's 9:30 p.m. Good day. Uh March 16th today. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, I guess. Also my mom's birthday. Rest in peace in heaven Tootsie Mama. Um I just want to recap on the workouts today. And I've been away from the podcast since October. I finally put an episode up, episode 136 last week. It's a good one. Go check it out. It talks about my relaunch of personal training after training in my backyard for almost 2 years, from March 2020 when the pandemic started to December 21st. I was training in my backyard, doing sessions there, a few sessions a day. And then I found a gym right down the street called XFit. Been doing sessions there. And it's been awesome. It's been great. It's a great community there. So I just talk about, some personal training philosophies, staying ready, being ready, the hard work, behind the scene things, all, trusting yourself, working with people, making content, what you should do when you're starting back into a new gym or when you're new to a gym, and how you can create trust and get the members to know, like, and trust you. So check that out, episode 136. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple. It's all there. So, but today, let's recap. Let's recap on the morning sessions. I had two morning sessions, one at 7 a.m., one at 8 a.m. It felt good to have a 7 a.m. I have one 5 a.m. a week. I have one 6 a.m. a week right now. And it's just starting at 7 gives me a little bit more sleep. I was tired the last few days. I don't know if it's because I was salsa dancing all night over the weekend, probably that. And then the change of time to spring forward, the daylight savings could be, but man, I was tired. But today I got up at about 6:15. Got to the gym, had a 7 o'clock session, and in that 7 o'clock session, this client, they've been having lower back pain, and as a trainer, you want to find the root of these things. You want to find the root and not quit activity, but work with it and address it and try to fix it and strengthen and adapt and adjust to pain. When you're in personal training, you're always going to find that people have aches and pains, back, shoulders, knees, things just come up, and you got to be able to think on your toes quickly on what you got to do. You got to research about the injury. You got to read. You got to ask questions. What are they doing in the day? Have they had an injury before? How long? What do you think caused it? Have you got it checked out before? Uh, does it hurt when you do certain movements? When you're working out throughout the session, you got to ask, hey, how is it? Check up on it. And so with lower back pain, um, you don't necessarily want to be forcing a deadlift bar. You don't want to be forcing movements that hurt it, but work on exercises that can still work the lower back and still work hinging motions, without causing flare up or things like that. So what I like to do is I like to do a lot of core work, standing up, laying flat on having my client lay flat on their back, doing dead bug exercises. I like doing a frog stretch, one leg out, so like an extended leg, half frog stretch on the other leg, band around the hip. They do a hinge motion from there, holding a kettlebell. Good morning, something light holding the kettlebell in front of them, doing racked deadlifts, not a deadlift all the way to the floor, pulling from the floor, but a higher level deadlift. So rack deadlifts are really good. A hex bar deadlift. Um, what else? Working core work from a bear crawl position, or you call it a beast position. No knees on the floor. Put a medicine ball between the knees, or squeezing that medicine ball tight, getting the hips and the pelvic to get aligned, squeezing really tight. Some things are just misaligned. That's causing that back pain. Um, Working cat cows. What else do we do? Um, you know, not a lot of motions where they have to pick things up from the ground. Just completely taking that out. Doing box squats instead of regular squats. So squatting down, touching the box. Even with the goblet, even if it's a goblet squat, holding the dumbbell but touching the box, because that stability at the bottom is where the pain in the flare up tends to happen. So the box gives that support, but still works the legs, still builds strength to where over time, over the next few weeks, there is relief and the muscles are working. The right muscles are being re-strengthened, and they can work out pain free. And that's a win for you as a trainer, and that's a big win for the clients, that they can understand, like, wow, I was hurt, but I kept going. I didn't neglect neglect the pain or neglect movement, but I learned and addressed it and learned how to move my body to make the corrections and adaptations to get back to being 100% or close to it. So that's what's been going on with that session. Incredible person. You can tell I'm kind of not trying to say names, right? For confidentiality. My 8 a.m. sessions on Zoom. Man, we've been working out for over 2 years. We used to work out in person. Pandemic came up. We've been on Zoom since March 2020 till now, and it's been cool. This person has their weights: 12 pounders, a 10-pound kettlebell, and 5 pounders. That is what we use. And it's an older client, so she's not really trying to, she ain't trying to do too much. She's not trying to be super crazy. She just really wants to be fit and active. She wants to stay on her routine. She wants to keep sweating and moving and being strong. Now, she's not going for no PR. She's not trying to lift super ridiculously heavy. But you better believe, if we was in the gym, she would be using more than 12 pounders. But, we make the most out of her equipment. She feels more safe at home. And pretty much I give her the same workouts that I give my group classes. So whatever I write up for my group classes, I only teach 2 group classes a week. I kind of give her that. That's how it's been, at least for the last 10, 11 weeks. But before that, I would just really freestyle it. Make sure we're doing a full body workout, getting our squat, hamstrings. That's what I'm doing as I'm training. I'm like, all right, what do I want to work on here? I want to work on legs. All right, we got to do squat motion, so I get some squatting, reverse lunges, split squat motion. I'm like, all right, we're going to do for the shoulders, shoulder pressing, shoulder raises, front shoulder raises, static hold the dumbbell out, or the kettlebell. Make sure we're doing rotational work, twisting her body. So that can be a twist with the RDL. That can be a twist with the weights coming across the body. That can be a twist in the shoulder press. Make sure we work some kind of explosive movement. Doesn't have to be a lot of jumping. I don't try to do a lot of jumping, but maybe we do 10 reps per session, if that, of jumping. But we do striding. We do things off one foot. We do explosive first step movements, crisscross, slight jogging, bringing the knee up off the ground fast, different work like that. Keep the workout interesting, keep her sweating, keep her muscles still strong. Sprinting and strong movement still does create strength in muscle. And, to be doing that for 2 years, or, over a year and a half, getting close to 2 years. Wait, oh man, hold up. It's March 2020? Yeah, it'll be 2 years. Wow, yeah, it's been 2 years. It's March, yeah, oh my gosh. I just came to the realization. It's March 2022. We started training at Zoom in March 2020. Man, that is something. Wow. I'm so surprised how fast I went. Like when I talked to my client on Monday, I'm gonna have to bring that back up of how, and she said, yeah, it's been 2 years. And I didn't even spend time to tell her, like, wow, it has been 2 years, huh? But we've been training for 2 years. It hasn't been boring. Um, she had like a little nagging pain in her wrist, but we addressed the pain. Same thing, wrist pain, addressed it. We know what caused it. This this could have caused it. Um, you know, could it be age? Could it be this and that, or something that's not being strengthened? And we spend time on it every session, and next thing you know, back to 100%. So, um, yeah, to be able to do that, to be able to just work off the top of the dome and understand the body, understand movements, understand um, how to break up the workout in pieces, how to keep it fun but challenging, especially with 12 pounds. Mixing up the reps, mixing up pausing, mixing up tempo. I'm proud of myself for that. And I'm super grateful that I have a client that trusted me and we have a great chemistry together to where it works out every session. Every session feels like a home run. So that was that session this morning. My 11 a.m. Another amazing client. We know each other for years, but this person they love going to group classes, Orange Theory to be exact, and that's more of a cardio, fast-paced gym, and so that person is used to working out fast, doing a lot of cardio, run, more of a high heart rate, fast paced hit kind of workout, right? So when she meets with me, it's more of we're gonna slow that down. We're gonna work on a lot of athleticism. We're gonna work on strength. We're really gonna focus on just you, and we're gonna get you lifting heavier weights, putting on muscle. Um, right now, I'm building a strong foundation to. Right now, the barbell is not possible right now. She gets too sore. Uh, the mobility is not there yet, but the work ethic is great. Um, athletic, gr- uh, great arm strength. I would say upper body is pretty good. So before we even do barbell squats, I could see us getting to a bench press, and we don't have to. I think when you're working with people and older people, 50s, 60s, 55, you have to really be mindful of the joints, being joint friendly. It's not all about, all right, I need you to lift as heavy as you can every workout. It's about increasing little by little. So we're into our third week and the reps are going well. The recovery, her active days outside of meeting with me have been upped. Um, Today we did upper body, and she came off her Orange Theory workout yesterday. So she told me like yesterday was leg day, and my triceps are sore. So right away I adjust. All right, we're definitely not hitting the legs. We're not touching the legs. Today's gonna be upper body day. Triceps are sore, so my mind goes to, and she says her back isn't sore. She tells me, right, you got to ask questions, get the feedback. She tells me her back isn't sore, her shoulders and chest is fine. So what do? Chest, shoulders, and back. Start off with chest pressing, single arm chest press. Regular chest press we did first, and then right after that, I did a fast single arm chest press, bringing it down slow on the eccentric. Did 5 reps, 3 sets of that each side. Mixed in medicine ball core work. It's another way to back off lifting the weight, but you're still moving weight. You're working different muscles. It feels good to slam something. Aggression, stress relief, fun, athleticism, core explosiveness, The medicine ball is great to use, great to mix in. And I would superset that. Worked the back, got some rows in, speed, went on the cable. We did back rows with the cable. Went to the cable machine, worked speed, one hand, chest pressing, speed and tempo. That's how you mix it up. That's how you create strength. That's how you get your client to have a different experience from what they are already doing. That's important to me because if somebody's going to a gym like Orange Theory, very fancy, high energy place, and trainers are going to work their clients, they're gonna try to deliver. I mean, that's what they do. Everybody's gonna deliver for their clients. Orange Theory is doing the same thing. I don't necessarily, it's not that I'm competing with that, but I have to be me and create an experience. Well, I am competing with it. I have to compete against that by creating an experience that's separate from that, keeping the client safe, and still giving them a great workout that's going to help them get closer to their goals. So, just being able to adapt around that, adapt to other classes and workouts that a client is doing is something I've gotten good at over the years. Even my clients who don't go to HIIT workouts and boot camp classes and things like that, they do go to the gym on their own and we communicate. Go work on this when we're not training. Or when we do see each other, what did you work on yesterday at the gym? Did this, that. Perfect, cool. I never want to double up on movements that they already did. And if it's something that I feel like it has to double up, maybe I'll mix up the tempo, or maybe, make sure we're going heavy. Things like that. It's just different ways to train, so they always get a unique experience. And that's the specialization of being a personal trainer, is knowing that and bringing that to your client. My 12 a.m. I'm proud of my 12. I'm proud of all my clients, but you see, for this client, they never trained. This is another 50 plus year old client, in great jeans, not jeans as in denim, Levi's, H&M gear. Like, I like my jeans as in Genes, those kind of jeans. I hope I spelled that right, because y'all know I be messing up with my vocabulary. Never had to work out. Metabolism was great, body build just great. And she got to her 50s, she's like, dude, like, it's different. And she got more mindful of her health, her fitness, that she had to be more active. And so, I'm proud of her that she took the step. I'm proud of the progress she's already doing. And just every day I'm just protecting her thoughts a lot, so she doesn't beat herself up. You understand, she's not, make sure she understands she doesn't have to be in a rush. And just trying to get this to be a lifestyle, not just a flash in the pan or something that's quick for her or a trend, but understanding that, hey, look, for the first 5 decades of your life, you never worked out, but these past 3-4 months, you have been working out, and that's a win in itself. And understanding what progress is, what progress does look like, what progress feels like, what progress is outside of just the weight scale numbers. And it's been great. And I've been taking that same conversations I've been having with her and just making it to content at the same time. Like, any conversations that you have with your clients, if you're a personal trainer, or any business, any conversation that you have with your people, your customers, your clients in the DMs about fitness, these questions that come to you, just turn it right back into a piece of content, because other people do have those same questions. Other people do have those same thoughts, and they wonder about the same things that your client is wondering about. And if you put it forward, like I do, like weight loss anxiety, people are getting anxiety about the weight scale, and people are too attached to the scale. I got a DM today. She's like, dude, your content about not paying attention to the scale has really helped me. It's helped me stay motivated. I had no idea. But I'm just putting it out there because people have that. And I post, like, don't be attached to the scale. Don't trip about the numbers. Just focus on the work. Focus on eating better. Focus on your calorie count. Focus on strength training. Focus on being consistent, and I promise you, results will come. I do that, and these are conversations I've been having with my 12 p.m. client, who will literally come to me and say, "Yo, my arms are slimmer. Yo, these pants right here, they used to fit so tight. Now look at them. They're loose. They're looser. Yo, I I sleep really good now. Like when I work out with you, I sleep the best I've ever slept." And that right there is progress. But at the same time, she'll say that to me and then look at the scale and say, "Dude, the scale is up a pound. It's up 2 pounds." And I'm like, "Well, we can trade. How about we trade? I'll give you a pound off the scale and you give me back all those inches that you lost. You got to go back to the clothes that you're wearing, the bigger clothes. You got to go back to having no more sleep." She's like, "No, I'm good." Right? So understanding that has been wonderful. Um, Keeping the negative thoughts in check. Good self-talk is big. Having good self-talk is a big part of your fitness journey, of your weight loss journey, and just in life in general. We try our best to have good self-talk in everything we do. It's the same thing in fitness. Being patient, not beating yourself up, loving the journey, doing the work, and having fun. That's important. That's important. So I'm proud of her, and just seeing that process come along has been pretty sweet. And then I had I was done. That was my session for today. I made some content. I'm always speaking like I like this stride or this zone or this area of content where I just narrow it down to speaking to 50-year-olds. You don't see a lot of content like that. And from what I've seen and the feedback that I got, and from my clients and people that I've seen in XFit, like they appreciate it. They like that they're being thought of. A lot of them can relate. A lot of them feel proud because they're like, I could say something like, 50-year-olds, what I posted today, I'm like, too many 50-year-olds are staying away from heavier weights because either fear or just don't know that they're capable of lifting it. And it's cool to have 50-year-olds who do the opposite, who aren't scared of heavier weight, who know they are capable of lifting it and they do it. And they're just like, man, like I'm glad that I've been on the right track. They feel good. They feel accomplished. They feel, recognized. So there's that. And then just giving people hope. Like 50 is not old. I say 50 is young all the time. It's, 2022, 50 is different. When I was a kid, I was born in 1991, November 8th, 1991. And I can tell you in the 90s, 50s, if you were in your 50s, it did look old. But as I got older, I'm 30 years old. I turned 30 back in November. Recently, 50 is not old. And I've been around 50-year-olds for a couple of years now. In this last decade, I've seen 50-year-olds and the 40-year-olds, man, looking strong, being fit, the most fit they've ever been. And, more fit than people in their 20s. I'm not even joking. Like, they'll give teenagers run for their money. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm serious, man. And a lot of it is because people are more aware of their health. People aren't just saying, I'm 50 and just, I'm done, I'm retired. Nah, like, longevity is way different now. And people have access to fitness way easier. There's gyms everywhere. There's fitness content everywhere on the internet, magazines. There's food information everywhere. And women, especially, are just owning it. Women want to stay young. They want to feel young forever. And they're really taking that stride. They're doing such a good job. And I post about that. I talk about it all the time, how 50 is young. So I put content about that today. I put content about how action is the best way to stay motivated. We can read about stuff. We can look at other people. We can be inspired. But the best motivation is going to come by action. And rest days are important. Taking a step back, breathing, a little pause, all that stuff is good, and that's different for each and every one of us. But when you're feeling unmotivated, the way to get motivated is to keep moving, take the action, swing the bat, because once you get moving, what happens is you find that you're happy that you did move. You get to the next level, the fire burns, and you want to keep going. And a part of, I would say, being a winner in anything is that you have to work through those moments where it's not pretty or it's not easy. It's not the smoothest of times, maybe, or you're just tired, right? That's like winners know everything is not going to be smooth from a physical or mental standpoint. And again, for each and every one of us, that's going to look different. It's subjective to each and every one of us. It's not going to be the same. So how you take your action is how you take your action. And but I'm just going to say, like, in a basic purpose, in a basic way, let's say you've been working out for 2 weeks, you're in your third week of going strong. That fourth week comes up, you're like, man, do I got it in me? I'll say you do. And I'll say, just put the shoes on, the pants on, go do that walk, go do that 50-minute workout, go book that session, go do that swim class, go take that hike, and you're going to be proud that you did it. And you're going to look back when you do reach your goals, because all this takes work. You're going to look back on that day when you're tired, like, because I did it. I did it that day. I was tired. I wasn't feeling my best. That was a part of getting here today. So that's what I would say. Another cool thing, I love making content. I can make 100,000 episodes of making content. I do it so much. But I did, here's like a little trick. So on TikTok, you can mash all these videos together and TikTok will kind of chop it up for you and sync it to music. I did 3 of those and they're all 20 seconds. I posted each one individually on all my social media accounts. Then I went back. I did that like 2 days ago. Then I went back today. I put them stacked 1, 2, 3 in the same video. And now it's a whole separate video, but it's the 3 same videos that I've already used. And I say that to say this, that you can use the same piece of content over and over and over. There's no such thing as having redundant or overused content. You just have to be creative and have fun and just taste and try things of how you use the same videos or things you've already said. In fitness, you have to come up with ways to say the same thing 1,000 different times. And you have to come up with the basics and how to use them in your workouts 1,000 different ways. Squats. How can you do a squats? Bulgarian split squats, Bulgarian split squats, regular split squats, slow motion squats, box squats, pause squats. There's so many different ways, right? It's the same thing when you're talking about weight loss. How many times you talk about weight loss and anxiety and not looking at the scale and being confident and progress? 1,000 different ways. Content is the same thing. There's 1,000 different ways to make content. Written form, video, making a poster, making memes, whatever you speak into the video, type it out into Word, post that. Whatever you type into Word, spit it back into the camera. You just keep making content over and over and over. Be creative in how you say the things. And you'll never run out of ideas. You'll never run out of making content, because you just have to be good at reproducing, being good at editing, being good at being carefree to likes and comments and what people think about what you're posting, and just having fun posting. That's why I'm able to make so much content, because I don't care about what goes down in the comments. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about being judged. I don't care if people see the same thing. there's so much content on these feeds. There's so many accounts now. There's so much videos and things we can spit out. People aren't gonna see the original stuff you post anyway. And if they do, they're not gonna mind. They're not gonna mind if you come back at them again with the same message but a different way. Like I've been doing slides, and people really like the slides, and I'm gonna tinker that, and I'm gonna keep doing that, and I'm gonna keep making more. It really works for me well on LinkedIn. I get the most like people are catching it more. Like I think more than the videos. But I think people really stop and then read these slides that I've been putting on. You can go see on my Instagram. But like I'll get like 10 likes. That's a lot for me. You know, I get 1 like sometimes or no likes. But with these slides, I'm getting like 10 likes. And I'm aware of that. I'm like, dude, I need to keep it. So one of them got like 17, 18. And I'm like, all right. So I screenshotted those. I circled it. You know, I have all these screenshots. I circled it and I scribbled a note with the editing part of the screenshot app. And I put like, do this again. Make another one of this. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. And just getting all this feedback and analyzing and just looking at stuff. That's the fun part about making content is that there's really there's really no rules. The only rule is to keep making, and don't worry about what people are thinking about your post. And I do appreciate everybody that watches my videos, that gets something from it, that gets value from it, that learns, that's entertained, that gets inspiration, or they see like, hey, Jason's being real, like I can go do that, and that's awesome for me. The inspirational side that people get from it, and the entertainment and education side of it. So, yeah, I worked out today. It was short, like 30 minutes. I practiced a few movements, did a little chest. Tomorrow I'm gonna go way harder. Today I was just going through the motions, just trying stuff. Wanted to feel my body sweat. Nothing too hard. Tomorrow's gonna be a good deadlift day and moving some weight. And I had a cool phone call with a gym out in Black Hawk, Danville, where my brother trains. So I gotta go out there on Friday, check them out, and just start training over there pretty soon, perhaps. And just expanding my expertise and growing and training different people in different parts of the Bay Area. And I believe this all is a part of the journey of being a trainer and networking and opening my gym called Roundhouse Like You Mean It. So I was excited about that. I'm always trying to be ready. I'm always trying to expand, and when that door opens, be ready. And through the pandemic, training in the backyard, I stayed ready because I was still training, I was still reading, I was still working, I was still working out, I was still making content. And when I got that call from the boss lady over there that runs the gym in Black Hawk, we talked, we chatted. It was myself. I mean, that's all I'm gonna be, is myself. And then I was like, hey, would you like to check out my Instagram? Would you like to check out my YouTube videos? And a lot of people she's ever worked with, or even herself maybe, they don't make content. So I bet that was pretty cool for her to see, and that, like, seeing the initiative in that and the leadership in that, and also um the skills of my branding, that I'm on the internet, I'm on social media, and I'm not afraid to share what I've been doing, my work, behind the scenes stuff, my documentation of all the work that I've been doing. So I passed her a few YouTube videos, passed her a few Instagram videos, and that's the power of making content too, is that when you get a call, she didn't ask for a resume, I guess, because my brother probably told her who I am, so that really helped, of course. But even then, if she needed a resume, it was just more of like, you don't need a resume if you can see what I do. So I talked about that too in my last episode, and I really believe that's important. Like when I become a business owner, um, man, that'd be so cool to see somebody making content and just like, hey, Jason, this is what I do, and I can watch a video of them in what they have and what they can provide, and that's how I roll, and that's why I love that part of the internet where people can click and see what I do, and um, have a front row access, one click, watch a video, hear me speak, read my articles to understand who I am and what I do and what I know and what I'm working on becoming. So, yeah, thanks for watching this episode. I got to get in bed and shower and drink some water. um, but you know, thanks for watching this episode, listening to this episode. I appreciate your support always. Um, I want to continue to go hard in making these uh, kicking it with Jason episodes and just trying to talk and document as much as I can. I got a lot of ideas on paper. Today I kind of just jotted down some notes of what I want to talk about my day, just to recap of my day. That's how I got a whole podcast episode. So if you guys are doing a podcast, that's all you gotta do is recap your day. But I do have ideas of things I want to talk about that I need to try to get to, because some good stuff that I've been talking about and posting about since October. So later.